What's going on, everybody? Matt from MZ Sports Central is back at you here again. Recap. This time, we'll be recapping the UK versus Ole Miss game. As a UK fan, you look at that score and you're like, oh, wow, that's a great score. If you didn't watch the game, you would be like, wow, that must have been a great game. And then you ask people who watch the game, like myself, who's a diehard UK fan, and you're like, what the heck happened out there? Zach Calzada is the number one thing I want to talk to you guys about as well. Zach Calzada, the running game was really good, defense was good, but that coaching, two biggest things, Zach Calzada and coaching staff were horrendous. It was awful. You see people in the stands and they're literally got their head down like, what the hell happened? So, Zach Calzada went 15 for 30, 149 yards, no TDs, no interceptions. And you saw at times that he looked lost out there. So he's played 7 years in college football, and he looked lost. A quarterback that has played so much, he's beaten Alabama. He played for Texas A&M. He was at Auburn. He didn't play, but he was at Auburn. Like, he's played in the SEC, and he's done stuff in the SEC. So, like, this isn't new to him, but he looked lost. So, and I'm not blaming all of that on him, and I want the best for my team, and I want the best for the kid. But he's about the same age as me, so I can't call him kid. But anyway, I want the best for him, but at times it's like, all right, what is going on? Like, you look lost. So at the end of the first half, it was really frustrating. We get a nice chunk play to get some yards, to get a first down, and then to get a first down and get in a field goal range, to kick a field goal, to get the ball back, to kick a field goal. Then we get the ball back after half. So you get those 3 points, which would be crucial. Then you get the ball back, and then you can score again and get a nice little 10 points there. But instead, we throw the ball to our wide receiver, gets some yards. Then we get a false start and a delay of game that pushes back. And then it doesn't even look like we can line up. At the end of the first half, it doesn't even look like we can line up. The coaches seem lost. They had to burn all 3 of their timeouts. They had to burn because of being lost. They weren't like good timeouts and being able to use the timeouts in crucial moments. They were lost. Wide receivers couldn't line up right. Mark Stoops looked very frustrated. It was still a good outcome, I guess you would say, because it's 30-27. We only lost by 7, covered the spread. But like, if you're a UK fan, you're like, this has to end. Like, you're like, it's frustrating because we've seen this for the last 4 or 5 years. Like, I love UK, and it's one of my favorite sports to watch, UK basketball and football. Like, I'm a diehard UK fan, and I want to back the coaches, but at this point, I think it's time to. I mean, it's only game 2. We can't have too big of a reaction. It's UK football. We're never going to be amazing, but just the little things that they do, and they did Saturday, cost them the game. Like, we had 2 picks. Austin Simmons for Ole Miss threw 2 picks to Ty Bryant. Like, we easily were in that game. And then, as a UK fan, you're like, okay, you definitely, even though we had 2 picks, you're like, well, we still could lose this game because it's just UK football. It's always how it's been, which is very frustrating. I think, and I'm not happy to say this because I've always liked Mark Stoops just because he's the coach that I've grown up watching and I've watched, and I've been there for his 10-win seasons and stuff. But I think that game, a lot of the little things are on him and Bush Hamden. Defense looked great. The defensive line looked good. Obviously, the 2 picks, like I said, it's just frustrating because you want to be a good football team. You want to watch them. You want to support them. But when they're doing stuff like this, it makes you not, like, I'm always going to support them. I'm always an optimistic fan. I said we're going to go 7-5, and I still stand by that because we only lost by 7, and we still had all these mistakes. Like, we could have been blown out, and like, I'm not saying that Ole Miss played well, but like, still, we could have gotten blown out, and this couldn't even been competitive at all. So like, I still want to see how we go. I just really hope that Cutter Boley starts, and Cutter Boley came in the 4th quarter and didn't look afraid. He just started throwing deep balls, and he looked comfortable for those few minutes he was in. So I hope that for the rest of the year, sorry, Zach Calzada, but I think we need to move on and go to Cutter Boley, who might be better. But long season, we'll see how the rest of the year plays out. You'll get recaps after every game, but frustrating as always. Again, being a UK fan, it's just frustrating. If we lost the game 30-23 and it was a close game and we lost, I wouldn't be so mad. But it's just those little things that are so frustrating that you just keep seeing and seeing and seeing again. But on to week 3, playing Eastern Michigan. Next game, Cutter Boley should be starting, which we'll see how that goes. I'm excited. But go Cats as always.